Okay, well, she's got a whole bunch. Did you hear me? I don't know if you heard the program today and in the past couple of days. I've been really trying to emphasize the secondary nature of everything. You know what I'm talking about? How our symptoms, the problems that we have are just secondary symptoms of underlying causes, and those underlying causes are generic. They're basic. They're fundamental to everything. And so everything you're talking about with this poor woman, the dizziness and the vertigo and the heaviness and the depression and the anxiety, all of these things are secondary. They're following underlying health challenges, and always directly behind everything is going to be the thing I call dirty blood. So when you had her moving, when you had her jumping up and down on the rebounder, you're improving her circulation. That's first of all, and that'll upregulate oxygenation, help her oxygenate, but it'll also just keep everything moving. You know, depression is, as the word implies, it's a kind of stagnation. So when we have mental depression or emotional depression, we have emotional mental stagnation that oftentimes follows physical stagnation. And this is why depression is associated with multiple sclerosis, it's associated with Alzheimer's disease, it's associated with autoimmune diseases. It's because when the body slows down, the brain reads this slowdown as a sign that there's something wrong. And so one of the body's responses to something wrong, or the brain's responses to something wrong, is to be depressed. So simply moving the body around, simply moving the blood around, the body and then the blood and the lymph, can go a long way towards making a big difference in pretty much all health challenges, including depression. So keep her on that rebounder. That's awesome that you have her on there. Is she frail at all? Is she, I couldn't tell by talking on the phone. She sounded elderly.
Well, she's in her 60s, but
okay.
The thing is, she wasn't able to, get on a rebounder, so we had
because
her stand behind a chair just to hold on to something until we can get her moving along better. But I just love that information about the depression, because I don't know if you remember me. I had been on antidepressants for 20 years, and you guided me off of that.
Nice.
And I am so grateful to you. My husband's Dave in the Thumb, and he had that falling down the stairs. And so... Say that again,
Pam. Say that one more time.
You had helped us also when my husband fell down the stairs. And,
okay. Everybody doing well. You got to put me on the payroll there.
Oh my gosh! Yes, absolutely.
No, I'm just teasing you. I'm very glad to help. More for this gal. Continue on with this gal. Is she sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine?
She does do the BTT. Yes,
okay.
Sir. Nightly essence.
What's she doing for her for food elimination, digestion, and all those things? Leaky gut.
Well, she's listening. If you could guide her.
She's listening right now.
She's listening on the radio.
Hey, Philomena. How you doing? I hadn't talked to her for a few months. I was kind of concerned there. So I'm glad you're doing better, Philomena. Work on the digestive system. This is the main source of toxicity into the blood. So you want to look at poor blood circulation, slow down in the blood. That's always going to precede any long-term chronic degenerative health crisis, is sluggish, dirty blood. So anything you do to move that blood around. Now, you're doing great by moving your body. That definitely helps. But keeping the entrance, slowing down the entrance of toxicity into the circulation through a leaky gut is very important. There's two main ways to do this. Number one is to not eat foods that cause digestive distress. That's probably the most important thing, and Pam, can you guide Philomena through a food diary and an elimination diet, how to do all that? Maybe even a Swero V cleanse for a couple of days. And then secondly, using nutrients that support digestive health. Now, not all the nutrients that support digestive health are supplements, although there's some very important supplements. Probiotics are really important. Digestive enzymes are really important. You can use something called lecithin granules that can help you. You got to get that at a health food store. Bile salts, which are in the ultimate enzymes, that can help you. Apple cider vinegar after meals can help you. Stimulating digestive secretions before you actually eat by paying attention to what you're eating, chewing your food really well. All of these can be very helpful. And then one of the all-time great and underappreciated, unless you're listening to this program, underappreciated strategies for improving digestive health is to make sure you're doing vegetable juices and fermented vegetables. Fermented vegetables will get you some probiotics, but any kind of vegetables will give you a couple really interesting benefits, especially if you do them in smoothies or juices, not smoothies, but juices, where you grind up the veggies. veggies, not with a juicer, but with a Vitamix, because the secret to the digestive health benefits to veggies is in the fiber. The fiber does several very important things for digestive health. Well, a few things. Number one, it'll fill you up so you're not eating as much. Number two, fiber has a cleansing effect, and this cleansing effect is especially important for the hormone estrogen. And estrogen is behind many health challenges, particularly autoimmune health challenges. 80% of people who have autoimmune disease are women, nearly 80%. That's because of the hormone estrogen, and not exactly estrogen, but breakdown products of estrogen, so-called metabolites of estrogen. So using fiber can help clear out excess estrogen and help stabilize estrogen levels. And then the next thing that fiber does is it can be acted upon by bacteria in the gut. And those bacteria, when they digest or when they chew the fibers, they release really interesting chemicals that help support, help strengthen, help nourish, help energize the cells of the intestine. And this is a very important strategy for anybody dealing with leaky gut syndrome, which is pretty much everybody who's got some kind of long-term degenerative health challenge. Of course, fiber, these short-chain fatty acids, as they're called, that help support digestive health, also important for brain health. So they'll help her with depression. And Pam, do not underestimate, or Philomena as well, do not underestimate the importance of the link between digestive health and mental health. The nervous system there's two basic nervous systems in the body. You have a digestive nervous system and you have a central nervous system, and they interact with each other. The brain and the digestive system are constantly talking to each other, and more, not only are we finding out that the brain and the digestive system are talking to each other, but the brain and the bacteria that live in the digestive system are constantly talking to each other, and there's a major relationship between food cravings, addictive behaviors, and mental health issues, including depression, schizophrenia, autism, and those gut bacteria. So making sure that you're keeping the intestine healthy and a healthy environment for the probiotics, the good bacteria that live there, is a major, major important strategy that I'd be paying attention to for dirty blood, for leaky gut syndrome, as well as for mental health. So I hope that helps, Philomena, and I hope that helps, Pam. And thank you for the kind words. And I appreciate that you're finding some good health information here on the bright side. Thanks, Pam. Have a beautiful day, man. We'll talk to you again. All right, that's all the time we have for today. I am Pharmacist Ben. Check out my skin health products at truthtreatments.com and get that retinol 5% gel, especially if you've got acne blemishes or hyperpigmentation. Also, Truth Serum, Truth Balm, Truth Omega-6 Healing Cream. If you're interested in checking out the longevity products, call 866-735-2470. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have an awesome, wonderful, beautiful, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.